Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts, taking a look at the energy for the Divine Masculine and what their true intentions are when it comes to you, when it comes to the connection. So that's what I'm taking a look at here today for Divine Feminines tuning in. And I am guided to pull from these three decks here: the Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon, the Illumination deck by Lightworker Tarot and Oracle, and the Divine Masculine Within My Head deck by Fire Witch Tarot. And I will clarify what comes through here with my tarot decks. All right, so let's begin taking a look at the Divine Masculine energy here for the collective, for Divine Feminines tuning in. The Divine Masculine's true intentions. It is general advice as always, so please take from this reading the bits and parts of it that make sense for you personally and release the rest. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the Divine Masculine. Where are they coming from in their heart space? What are they thinking and feeling? What's the opening message here? Focusing on the masculine. I'm lost without you. Feeling very lost without the Divine Feminine. And look at the next card right here. We've got torture. So maybe just the fact that you guys are not together, they're feeling lost. You guys are in separation. They're feeling maybe this emptiness in their life, in their heart space, because you're not a part of their life right now. We have waiting. We have sorrow. And lastly, we've got insomnia. So they're not sleeping. They're thinking about you, maybe especially at night when it's time for them to really just focus on getting some sleep, getting some rest. They're unable to do so. Maybe they're thinking very heavily about the two of you. And maybe they've wanted to reach out. Maybe they've wanted to take some sort of action, but they haven't. Okay, so more than likely there has been no communication or interaction. They want to, I feel, but there's this need to wait for some reason. But yeah, this is the energy that they have been in since the separation. It really has hurt them, and perhaps as much as it has been hurting you as well, Divine Feminine. And look at this bottom of the deck card. We have the separation. So that is clarified for those that are resonating with this, that you are not with your Divine Masculine right now, which is why we are wanting to tap into really what are their true intentions here. What is it that they're willing to do to be able to create union for the two of you to come back together? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'm guided to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot. This is the Volume 2 deck. Feeling very lost without you. They could be having some nightmares. They could be going through some bouts of depression here. And it literally feels like torture to them that they're not with you. Focusing on the Divine Masculine here for the collective. What else do we need to know here? Some of you could be dealing with this King of Swords for your Divine Masculine. Could be an Aquarian. And this is somebody who tends to think more logically rather than tapping into their heart space. And they can sometimes be a bit cold in how they communicate themselves. We do have the Five of Cups coming up next. So as you can see with this energy, they're feeling that sense of loss, the sorrow, the grief, picking up off of that energy. Feeling very lonely, feeling lost. We see that they're feeling very lonely without you. They don't like this separation from you. I'm just instinctively feeling here, guys, that this person thinks about you nonstop. 24/7, nonstop. thinking about you all the time, what they would give to be able to create some sort of movement towards you. Could be something as simple as reaching out to you via a phone call or a text, or if you guys follow each other on social media, maybe they want to send you a DM, but they're not doing it. That's just the energy that I'm feeling here. They're apprehensive to do so. Maybe you guys had a really bad breakup. Maybe they perhaps realize you wouldn't even be interested in talking to them right now, but they want to. A part of their intentions is that they really do want to communicate with you. Ace of Pentacles represents a fresh new start here. That is what they are hoping to someday manifest with you, Divine Feminine. It's a beautiful card of new beginnings. During this time apart, your Divine Masculine could have also worked very hard on maybe making a name for themselves, establishing themselves in their working life, their career, because this can also represent manifestation and financial security and stability. The Ace of Pentacles also represents an offer that's coming your way, perhaps from your masculine when they're ready. Six of Swords. Okay, so this is all about heading towards those calmer waters. You guys have already been through the rough seas of whatever it is that you've endured in this partnership, which is why you guys are not together right now. I just feel they still love you. And maybe they realize they messed up. If they didn't care, if they didn't love you, if they didn't have these emotions that perhaps they've been trying to push down so that they don't have to feel it, so that they don't have to focus on the hurt and the pain and the grief and the loneliness, feeling sorrow and staying up late at night, not being able to get any sleep. Okay. I feel it really has hurt them. And maybe Divine Feminine, for some of you, you're feeling like, you know what? You really hurt me. So this is your comeuppance. This is you dealing with your own karma. And maybe so. But when it comes to the masculine, whatever happened between the two of you in the past and whatever might have resulted in the separation and breakup, they want to leave it in the past. They're ready to focus on a potential future with you. They know that there's a lot of baggage there that could be contributing to why you guys are in separation, but they're ready to really move forward from that. This interpretation of the Six of Swords could also be telling us that you, the viewer, you, Divine Feminine, have already transitioned away from what happened between you and your masculine. You've moved on. Maybe you've already moved on to a better connection with somebody else. It could have been, this could have been the reason why you guys went your own way, you know, parted ways. There could have been infidelities. They could have been deceptive. Plain and simple, there could have been cheating here, and that resulted in you guys breaking up. But they really do want a new beginning here. It's up to you, of course, Divine Feminine, if you will honor that and allow this masculine to come back into your life. This is also coming through the Queen of Swords, of course, the divine counterpart to the King of Swords. But I'm feeling here when it comes to the feminine, you have your walls up when it comes to allowing a masculine back in, because they hurt you very deeply. So not only is there healing that is needed here for this partnership, but I feel it requires a little bit more time. So if we have an impatient divine masculine who wants to communicate, who wants to try to fix this, there's a reason why they're being directed to wait. Because if they try to rush in, it might actually either scare you away, Divine Feminine, or upset you if they're coming forward too aggressively. And that could be torture for them as well. The wait is torturing the masculine because they don't want to wait. They feel so incredibly lost and feeling alone without you, that they want to fix this already. But that doesn't mean it's the right time to fix it, especially if there's more healing that needs to happen. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this. What else needs to come through here? Focusing on the divine masculine. So let's go ahead and grab some insight from here. The illumination deck. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know when it comes to the divine masculine's true intentions for the divine feminine? They want to start again. We do see that. They want to reach out, but they're just going to have some patience here. What else do we need to know about the masculine right now? They're holding on to you. They're still clinging on to the idea that they want to be with you. We could also have a masculine who could be overindulging, maybe drinking too much to numb their feelings. It does say substances affecting your life. You guys could have also gone into separation if you were dealing with a masculine who had some sort of addictive behavior that created some issues in the partnership. Feeling rejected, and maybe you really did reject your masculine here, divine feminine. That could also be what's torturing them. The fact that maybe you told them, you know what, we're done. I'm no longer interested. I'm moving on. Bottom of the deck, they still see you as a life partner though. Despite everything, they still see you in that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some clarifying messages. I'll be pulling from my 10 yellow tarot here. For the divine masculine, their true intentions is that they still want to have a new beginning with you, divine feminine. They want so badly to communicate. But there are some barriers here that's preventing that from happening. Nine of Pentacles represents financial independence, and maybe that's you, divine feminine, that, you know, maybe right now you're being very successful in your career. Things are looking up as far as your money matters, your finances. It could also be during this time, you know, the masculine really focusing on that. But this is also a very independent solo energy, and so this could be telling us that both of you have been single since the separation, and because the partnership hasn't been working out, you guys might have thrown all of your energies into work. But then here's the love. Okay, so the Two of Cups representing the true love that still exists between the two of you. And whatever might have happened here, I feel it is the divine masculine who's been carrying the weight of their actions and some of the challenges that you guys have been through, divine feminine. Look at that, the heavy burdens that they have been carrying as a result perhaps of your rejection of them. But they've grown, they've learned, they're a different person. They're coming in as the King of Cups. This is somebody who's ready to devote themselves to you, to love you for a lifetime, perhaps, divine feminine. They've grown. You know, this is not the same person who might have hurt you or who was very cold in their heart space. The King of Cups is very much tapped into their heart space. Emotional maturity, as you can see right there. They really love you. They see you as a life partner, as you can see right there. Wow. Divine Feminines, you're now coming in with the energy of the Queen of Wands, which is a very confident divine feminine energy. So if you still believe in your heart that this is something that can be worked through, that a reunion can still be on the table here, you certainly have a masculine who's telling you that they can now meet you halfway, that they can show up for you in the way that they perhaps couldn't show up for you before. I feel you guys are on the same wavelength now. And it could also be the divine masculine. Part of this heaviness has a lot to do with this. We've already seen it come through. Okay, the Seven of Swords. So that clarifies for us here. For those of you that this is a part of your story where there was deception, there was cheating, there could have been an affair, there could have been a third-party situation, lies, secrets. That's what that card's about. But as you can see from the surrounding cards, we have a masculine who's no longer in that energy. That's a part of their transition. You know, so even though that was a thing of the past, and that's a part of that lingering energy here, they're ready to move forward, to come towards you truly with the best of intentions, Divine Feminine, to do right by you this time. Six of Pentacles, they know that they have to be equally invested in this partnership in order for this to work and in order for this to withstand the test of time. Because if they don't put in 100% here, you're back to square one, and then it's not going to work. So they really do want a fresh start, a new beginning here, and it falls on the Divine Masculine to be able to take action, to take that leap of faith, and to go for it. So we've got counterparts showing up in this reading, guys. We had the King and Queen of Swords, and now we've got the King and Queen of Wands. So some of you guys could be fire signs, some of you guys could be air signs, have a combination of those elements in your chart. So Divine Feminine, your masculine is coming through as your divine counterpart here. And look at this next card. So this could be clarifying, Divine Feminine, you walked away from your masculine, possibly because there was cheating going on, there was infidelity in the partnership. There's a reason why this is coming through again. So you guys really are heading towards happier times, calmer waters, as it says, transitioning away from the past and all of those challenging experiences that you guys have had. And boy, here it is. There's the challenge. The relationship fell apart, possibly because of what was going on with that Seven of Swords. If it wasn't infidelity, it was something heavy that the masculine, as we can see, they've been carrying it, because more than likely they recognize that they are the responsible party as to why things went south, why you guys went into separation. This is destruction right here of the relationship. It fell apart. The foundation wasn't strong enough to be able to withstand it continuing. And so this really gives you guys a new beginning to start building a much stronger foundation for the partnership. And it makes sense for me that we now have the Hierophant, because here is the commitment that your masculine is telling you they are all in. They really have taken the time to learn the lessons needed to come towards you as a better person. More masculine energy. Some of you guys could be focused on a divine masculine who is an Aries, who could have Aries in their chart. This is a masculine who really is ready to establish something solid in the partnership. They're not messing around. They're not playing around. They're done with cheating and betrayals and deception. They're coming towards you as a more mature individual who's ready to love you for life. That's how they see you. It's up to you, of course, Divine Feminine, if despite all this, you still end up rejecting your masculine because of what happened in the past. But what I can tell you here is they're still holding on to the hope that you won't reject them, that you will allow the past to cycle out, those doors from the past to close in order to open up new doors, giving you guys the opportunity to find happiness once again. And it's possible. Things can still really fall back into place for you guys to come back together and be really happy. We've got the Star card coming through here. This is still coming through as a fulfilled wish, but it's also a card of self-care, and this applies to both of you, to be able to take care of yourself, to do what is needed in your own life, to be able to heal parts of you that need it, to come towards each other as two whole people rather than two people who have either hurt each other or two broken individuals that needed to do work individually. But I really do ultimately feel that this is now giving you guys a very different path to be able to find fulfillment on this journey with each other. I don't think it's over. It doesn't have to be over unless, Divine Feminine, you decide it's not worth revisiting, which of course is your option to do so. Look at this. Here we go again with divine counterparts. We've got the Empress and the Emperor. Now, some of you guys could have already been married. This could have been a marriage that fell apart because of infidelity. Some of you guys could have already had a family, but there is this desire to come back together. Progress. Looking ahead rather than focusing on the past. Making different choices to ensure a different outcome in the future. Makes sense for me. And then we've got the masculine really wanting to bring the romance back. Here you are with the Magician, the necessary tools to be able to manifest union here, to be able to bring your ideal mate back into your life. And if this person is your ideal person, if they really are the one for you because they clearly see you as the one, then there's the opportunity for you guys to find your way back into each other's lives. And here we are, coming full circle with the Ace of Pentacles. So money matters looking fantastic. Security, stability, financial opportunities. But that Ace of Pentacles, you know, it really does represent a solid offer that's coming your way. That's why it's coming through twice in this reading. So you can manifest whatever it is that you have in mind, but your divine masculine, with these true intentions coming from a place of authenticity to be able to bring you a better version of themselves, they're ready to make you an offer here, Divine Feminine. Whether that's an offer of forgiveness, of an engagement, a proposal, marriage, communication, whatever that offer is, they have the best of intentions coming towards you. And if you're willing to give them another opportunity, another chance to make amends, to apologize, hopefully you'll be able to open up a brand new door, giving your masculine another chance to be a part of your life, for you guys to find true happiness here, because it's possible. All right, I will leave it there, guys. If hopefully this false alarm, I totally forgot to grab cards from the Divine Masculine within my head deck. I got too ahead of myself, so hopefully you guys are still tuned in. All right, let's grab some insight from here. But it looks good as far as at least your masculine really wanting to bring good things your way, Divine Feminine. So let's grab a few cards from here. I totally forgot. I'm like, I had 3 decks I was going to take a look at. All right, here we go. Here we go. I know I'm hard to deal with, but please don't give up on us. So they're recognizing some of their faults and shortcomings here. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more. So they recognize that within themselves. They could be a little bit hard to deal with at times. I'm just so stressed about everything in my life. Shit hasn't been easy. No, it hasn't, especially since the separation. Okay, and look at this. This is the bottom card, and it makes sense for me considering the cards that came through. My main focus is work and stability right now. I really do feel that for some of the masculines, that they've worked very hard on their career, their vocation, their life purpose, whatever it is that they do to be able to create a much stronger foundation for themselves, as well as to be able to come towards you, having established themselves to be able to offer you perhaps what it was that they could not offer before. And I'm just guided on to this next card right here. You know how to set my mind, body, and soul on fire. Yep. The chemistry certainly is there. Okay, so let's clarify these cards right here. I want to pull from my Luna Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, still focusing on the divine masculine. So I'll probably edit this in a way that you guys will definitely know there's more to the reading, and to not leave the reading before it's done. Yeah, totally forgot. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Yes, 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 new beginning in love. All right. So when it comes to the divine masculine, they really want to start fresh. They really want to start over. But also part of the energy of the Ace of Cups is that they've worked very hard on being able to focus on self-care, self-love, so that they can really make you proud, so that they can come towards you and you can actually see the changes that they have implemented within themselves. You know, we do have the Four of Swords. So during this time apart, because this can represent just being able to spend time on your own, this represents the time that you guys have spent apart from one another. There is this opportunity to just really recuperate from heartbreak and some of the pain that you guys have endured in the past. But it's coming through again that we do have a divine masculine who's very devoted to this connection. They are now coming through being more emotionally balanced than they were before. They recognize that they do have to make different choices in order to win you back, divine feminine. All right. And they're also acknowledging that, yeah, more than likely you really did leave them out in the cold and it's been very difficult for them. But also that picks up off of the fact that until they were able to throw their energies into this card, you know, my main focus is work, stability right now. Maybe they could have not been pulling their weight in the partnership before, and they felt it. You know, this can be tapped into poverty and coming from a place of lack where they just didn't know where the next meal was coming from, or they could have been just living paycheck to paycheck. But I feel they've worked on that and they're more established at this point. They've really turned things around, certainly when it comes to abundance, prosperity, their finances, their career. King of Pentacles represents a masculine who is way more established, able to stand on their own 2 feet now, and ready to come towards you to show you that they really have made progress here. As far as the love, it's here, it's coming through. They want a new beginning. All right, guys, so I will officially leave it there, and hopefully whatever came through in this reading that you were able to relate to really gives you some guidance on where your masculine is coming from. I feel they really are coming towards you with the very best of intentions. So this might be one of those scenarios where it's worth another try. All right, that's the end of this reading officially. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.